Today is January 6th. I can't believe that in June of this year, I'll be here 2 years. Oh my goodness, it's 62 degrees. But one thing about Houston, if it stays 80 degrees, it's gonna feel like 100. If it feels like it's 62 degrees, it's gonna feel like it's 30 degrees, okay? Hear me when I'm saying, like, it's January, so you know that they only have, kind of like 2 months of winter, really. January and February, really. Some, like a little bit of December, but not really, because just last week it was 80 degrees. So I'm currently on Westheimer, which is like West Chase, but it's on the south side of downtown. So, it's like West Chase, like if that's. I'm just gonna show y'all Westheimer because, like I said, I love this area. I think this is a really good area to rent in. The houses around here are all over 700,000. Like a house. But like the apartments and all that stuff. I just left Audi's. Like I said, on Westheimer, I think it's about a little bit like 40-50 miles, like the whole street from top to bottom. About like 50 miles. Or it might be a little bit more. No, I'm exaggerating. Probably like 40 miles. Yeah, it's really long. Like, it's really long. It could take you like 2 hours probably to travel the whole Westheimer, the whole way down. So as you see, this is how it looks. Of course, I'm in the inner city. Turning lane. Mostly all of the streets has like 4 or 3 lanes. Most of the time they do have 4. Like, since it's a main street, it has 4 lanes, just like the highway, and a turning lane. It's kind of a mixture, very mixed population on this block. You can find apartments starting at probably $5,000, going as low as $400. But you get what you pay for. I'm about to show y'all these apartments right here. These are called Alta City West. They are really nice and big in the inside. They are really, really nice and convenient. Target, Starbucks, CVS. But like I said, anywhere you go, it's going to be a shopping center. So, don't just get discouraged, like if you don't have a car right now or something, like things are going to be far, but it's not. I like those apartments. They run about $1,200 for a 1-bedroom, washer and dryer. You can put a king bed, you can put like a sectional, like if you get in a space, like they are really big. There's there's apartments over here. It's plenty of stores. But yeah, this is Westheimer. Actually, I told my friend to move over this way. She lives about like 6 minutes from me, like literally. These are pretty cool too. They kind of getting a little like too popular now because where they are, and a lot of people moving down here, and they kind of like convenient with the pricing. Okay, so these are considered luxury, right? So let me show y'all this. Let me tell you how mixed Houston is. There's another apartment building back here, and you probably can see like they real ducked off in the back, but they're not luxury. But you can get a 2-bedroom, washer and dryer, 2 bathrooms, carpet, of course, a little small kitchen, like your own entrance, kind of, probably for like $1,300. Okay, and they had a fireplace. So I have seen over like 50 apartments because I'm trying to get my Airbnb started, and I was looking for like apartment because, like I said, when I first moved down here, I had my transitional house, so I had a house. So I really wasn't like I really wanted to make sure I picked the right apartment, because when I was in Baltimore, I was like determined determined to find something that was luxury, and I was gonna get my money's worth. Because in Baltimore, I was paying $1,400 for a 2-bedroom townhouse in the hood, in the trenches, gang banging 2 blocks away. And, you know, I'm just in my element. I'm like, I'm paying all this money. I need to be out of my element, okay? So that's what I made sure. Y'all, you know, y'all seen my apartment, of course. But yeah, so this is Westheimer. It has like probably 3 or 4 Walmarts on this one block, like 3 Targets, Marshalls, Burlington, liquor stores, more apartments, whatever you can name is on this block. And I don't know if you ever watched any of my other videos, but the Galleria, of course, is on this block. So if you one of those type of, you know, like a high-city person, or person just like, you know, being in the mix, you need to be on this side of town, because all of the clubs is like the little lit bars, and, you know, it's on this side. You know, the Galleria is like a high-end luxury mall, but I don't go there all the time, because like the regular stores don't be having shit. So only time I go there if I want to go to Saks and get perfume, or go to Nordstrom's. But that's about it. That's the only reason I go to the Galleria. But any other reason I don't go there, I'll go to like Memorial City Mall or Willowbrook Mall. They're about like 20 minutes, but I don't mind driving if I want to, you know, get something. But yeah, they have plenty of gas stations. So at the next light, if you make a right, that gets you to Richmond. Where's the Richmond that kind of has like everything, like the clubs, bars, you know, little lounges or whatever. Westheimer do too. They're more like the tourist type of black spots, but I ain't gonna say tourist, because it'd be like people from Houston there too. But if you want to go to like some real hood shit or something like that, then, you know, 5th Ward, 3rd Ward, stuff like that, you know, you gotta drive. But this area is a little bit, you know, on the Upper East Side. So yeah, it's gonna have it, but it ain't gonna have it. I'm trying to get as much like visual, so you can really see it, and like the actual footage of how things look down here, not just like the good parts when people partying and eating and stuff like that, like the actual part that you would see every day when you move down here. So this, if you go down this block, you get to my house. So that's what I'm saying, it's so mixed down here. Like, you got 2 strip clubs right here. I love this little Mexican food spot. It's called Runchies or something like that. You know, it's shopping centers like everywhere. Right, girl, go the fuck around. Keep riding my ass like that. Look. Little hood stores. So let me tell you, sometimes you might see a prostitute on this block too, so don't be alarmed. Like I said, this is a real like mixed community, but they call this like a 77057 is considered like a high-end zip code, because of the, you know, if you looked at my video before where I was at, that zip code is the same, and then it's split off, and, you know, those are multi-million-dollar houses. And if I would have went the other way when I left Audi's, they're also like multi-million-dollar houses at the next light. And then, you know, as you coming down, you're driving down, you see just different sightseeing. But mind you, this is like mostly all apartments is on the actual block, like on the actual part of Westheimer. They got Hobby Lobby, that's my store. You know, the Goodwill store, you can't go bad with the Goodwill store. I don't really like this one like that, but I mean, they don't really have like, you know, the tea. If you probably heard of Camp, it's like a little popular spot here. It's really nice, you know, it's a vibe. Hookah, music and stuff like that. The food is really good. God damn. So just enjoy the video. I might speed the video up just because, you know, so I can get all the content in. This little hookah lounge over there at the corner is called Nomad. It's a nice little spot. It's cool, little hookah lounge. The hookah was good. Their service was good also. The music is really nice. You know, it's a vibe. Their food was pretty good. Don't get the hot sauce though. I don't know what kind of hot sauce that is, but it's like blazing hot. Like blazing hot, okay? Okay, let's go, guys. said, Westheimer is a really long block. It's a freaking million lights, okay? Beck's Prime, that food is really good, like really good. I get the Parmesan fries and the chicken sandwich. That food is so good. It's a sit-in and it's a drive-through type of spot. And they have those they have plenty of those around the Houston area. Yeah. Ruth Chris on this block, Capitol Grill, the Aloft Hotel. Those apartments right there are called M5250. They're high rises, okay? I went to see them. You know, they're luxury or whatever, but I felt like they wasn't really luxury because the kitchen was like outdated. Like the cabinet's still brown, the refrigerator was still black. Like it wasn't giving me luxury, and they wanted all that money. I mean, if you're that type of person that doesn't want to live in a high rise just to say you live in a high rise, then, you know, be my guest. But they were nice, you know, pool on the roof, you know, they're really nice. They had like a 1-bedroom with a study, and it was a special. They do have a lot of specials all the time. You just have to keep checking. Most of the time their specials is right beginning of summer when like college kids is out of school, or like, you know, springtime or something. Of course, Christmas, it don't be a lot of specials when you're looking for an apartment. So kind of like spring and summer. Just like if you're looking for a house, like the real estate is better to buy a house like during the summer or the spring. But things have changed now, so it might be better to buy it in the winter. But just keep looking out. If you see an apartment you're interested in, just don't just move because you think they might have a cheaper price. So just kind of ask them, because the prices change every day, but they might have a cheaper price on the apartment because they might have a special. But yeah, you have all of like the luxury 5-star restaurants on this block. So on Sage Road, they have, if you ever heard of Sage Apartments, I forgot, it's like Sage Apartments or something. You probably like Google them or something. It's like a real popular apartment building, luxury. I didn't like them. They are, so this is the Galleria. It says like Sex is right here. They got Noble, that little cute little restaurant. They had that here. They have all of the top name brand stores you can think of. But the Sage Apartments is down Sage Road. Yeah, so this is like the Galleria. This is how it looks around here. Christmas time. I wish I would have got the footage on Christmas. It was so pretty. Like, oh my gosh. They do it big here in Christmas with the decorations. It'd be really lit up and everything. But they have like Del Fresco's. That spot right there, Joey Uptown, is good too. Cheesecake Factory over here. You got Marshall's, little restaurants over there. Dillard's. They have a lot of stuff on Westheimer, but this is like considered the main attraction. So if you notice that it's really lit up, this is because their downtown is not like a regular downtown. You want like that downtown quote unquote vibe, like just everything lights and all that. It's like mostly this area, just this area for real. Starbucks over here. They have my tent is dark. They have the Container Store over here. You can see how the trees are lit up like blue. Of course the metro runs past here. But like I always say, if you can get a car before you move here. You need a reliable car in Houston, in Texas in general, just because of the fact that, you know, they have a lot of, you know, little issues with, like, you know, I ain't gonna say natural disasters, but, you know, you never know. We gotta evacuate. The way the world is going now, the way that the world is going now, you really don't know. So you need a car, like a reliable one. If you don't have your license, like at all, like in the state you're in, if you come down here, all you need is, you know, of course, proof of residency, your original birth certificate, your original social security card, and the ID of wherever you was at. And you can take your driver's, if you over 21, you can take your yeah guys, I need to go home because it's what's the name, because it's my food is in the trunk, but I'm gonna head home. Oh yeah, let me show you these. So these are called I'm on Post Oak Boulevard, so it's actually 2 apartments. I will list them below. These right here, Aspire on Post Oak, they're high rises. Their low floors are starting at 1900, but they only like 600 square feet. My bedroom and my bedroom and my bathroom is probably 600 square feet. Okay, like it's so small. I just went in just to look at it, just to see, because they put them up so fast. They built these in like less than 6 months, I'm telling you. It's another apartment called Post Oak. They're like luxury. They are behind this AT&T store. They're really nice. I really like them. Only thing I didn't like was the towel, but it was, you know, something small. So yeah, I'm driving home. So I just kind of like gave you a glimpse of like the popular area on this side of town. You know, they call it like the little upscale area or whatever. So it's pretty safe over here. You know, I kind of had the alerts on my phone so I could see little things that come up on you know, in the area. A couple of those apartments that you seen on the beginning of the video, I heard like some people had got robbed, but it'd be like children doing these acts. Like, I ain't gonna say children, but under 21 doing this crazy crap. But it's violence everywhere, so you know, don't be alarmed. I'm just keeping it real with you. But that's what I tell women or men, you know, once you get your Texas license or ID, you can get a gun down here. You can drive with it in your car, as long as it's registered, and yeah, if that makes you feel safe. But you know, more stores. So no matter, like I tell you all the time, don't be alarmed that there's a big city or whatever, but everything you would like need for essentials is close. I take rides for pleasure, just because I want to, you know, waste time, or just, you know, just be out in the day. I go explore, and that's one thing I try to like step on, like on my videos, especially, you know, make sure you have a car so you can explore. Don't just go, I mean, if you're just that type of person to just go in a house or whatever, but what's the point of moving to a city and you don't even know what they have to offer? So yeah, there's some $1 million houses down here, or mansions, okay? When they say everything big in Texas, everything is big in Texas. But yeah, so, you know, don't just come and be isolated in your home. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, I don't have a car, or I have a car but don't have no friends, or bored. Just tell me, trust me, you will never be bored here. It's always something to eat. It's always a gym to work out at. It's always some type of activities. They have a whole museum district with restaurants and bars and museums of different sorts, of different type of art. It's always something to do. And like I said, you don't have to just be in Houston. It's other outskirts. You can go to other little subdivisions and do what you need to do. These apartments right here on Chimney Rock and San Felipe, I think these are called Tinglewood, if I'm not mistaken, but they are really nice. They have a movie room, like a movie theater room. They have a pool on the roof. Apartments is luxury, of course. They're really big. They have a concierge downstairs with you know, somebody that accepts your packages, somebody there always on site. Sometimes if you want them, they can collect your mail from the mail carrier from you and drop it off at your door, you know. So it's like, you, like I said, it's like you pay for what you get. I mean, you paying for what you want. And just because, you know, the prices is higher, if you coming from anywhere up north or anywhere from over the West Coast, You might be paying $1,300 for something that's luxury, but you're gonna get your money's worth, okay? Like, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big. Atlanta, even if you're coming from Atlanta, because Atlanta is getting expensive now too, but the quality is still good. So I just don't want you thinking just because, you know, some stuff is cheap here, you know, but if you want something luxury, don't think you're getting it for no $1,000. That's not gonna happen. You're gonna at least have to make your budget like $1,200 or so, like at least 12. Most of all of the apartments do come with washer and dryer, and that is something that you need to be looking for. That should be like one of your like amenities that is a need, a washer and dryer, because who wants to keep taking their clothes out and all that stuff? You can find spots here that are reasonable, like $850, $870 or something like that, with the washer and dryer. Like, that's like should be your main thing that you're looking for apartment. Safety, washer and dryer, and whatever your preference is, but make sure you have a washer and dryer. Look at the reviews, of course, but I noticed that, and I've seen and experienced and, you know, whatever, but I noticed when somebody don't get their way with the apartment, like they got evicted or put out or something like that, they will leave a bad review, right? So what I do, if you look at my videos, when you go scouting out your place that you want to stay, find a resident and ask them, even if you is walking with the realtor or whatever, and ask them like, hey, how do you like this apartment? Like, you know, have anything bad ever happened to you, or, you know, anything like that. Like, you have to ask, especially if you're moving down here by yourself. You have to become sociable. And me, as being an introvert, that was a challenge for me, like becoming like an introverted person, because I had to talk to people, especially trying to have a business and all that stuff. You know, you gotta talk to people. So, you know, just ask somebody. Trust me, this is a big city and it's constantly going. You will see somebody in the hallway, in the parking lot, somewhere, and don't be afraid to ask, like, hey, how you doing? You know, how you like this place? Like, is it suitable? Is it, you know, is it worth the money? Ask questions. Like, ask a lot of questions, if you can. And sometimes you might get a realtor or a person, a leasing agent, and they will tell you if it's a good apartment or not, depending on how much of a rookie they is doing it. And, you know, and they gotta feel your vibe. If you look like you're a person that's going to tell, like a secret shopper or something, tends to tell, they not gonna keep it real with you. So just try to, you know, what's the name? Oh yeah, those y'all, I seen them too. They was not worth the money. They were nice, you know, they was okay, but I'm not paying the $1,600 for the size of no damn walk-in closet. But like I said, this area is like that, so it's something you have to do. So I'm currently at HEB's. So that's like the main grocery store down here. They mostly have everything, and they also support businesses, black, you know, anybody. And they have, if you want to have your own brand, they support brand. Like, you have your own, like, I don't know, barbecue sauce or honey or something, you can put it in the store. And they, you know, they kind of support a lot of local brands in Houston and Texas. I'm sure you're like, cool. I ain't wearing no jacket.